Hello, my paper is named Statistical Analysis on the Impact of Remittances on Economic Growth in the Western Balkan countries. We have a small introduction about the migrant remittances that are a very important source for many developing countries. Remittances, as you know, are a transfer of money from a foreign worker to an individual in his country. Remittances from immigrants compete with an international aid as one of the major financial inputs for developing countries. According to RAD in 2017, a remittance transaction consists of the following steps. The money transfer made from the migrant sender to the sending agency using cash, a check, a credit card, a debit card, or a debit instructed, transmitted via email, telephone, or internet. The sending agency directs its agent to the consigning country to deliver the shipment. The paying agent pays the receiver. The object or the goal of this paper is to identify if there is a positive and direct impact between the level of remittances in relation to the gross domestic product and the economic growth for the Western Balkan countries. So Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia and Albania. The analyzed period is from 2000 to 2021 with annual data according to World Bank. Kosovo is missing from the analysis because the declaration of independence of Kosovo in 2008 means that we have official figures for this country only after 2010. The literature that we have reviewed before making this paper is the way remittances are used, shows the impact these inflows have on the economic expansion of the recipient countries. Remittances can stimulate economic growth in the places of OECD, according to Statistical 2006. Remittances affect growth by increasing three main contributing factors of production, that is accumulation of capital, labor productivity, and total factor productivity. Fromel in 2021, Baraya said 2009, and Dash in 2020 create three similar theoretical framework about this, how the remittances can affect economic growth by promoting these three factors of production. Remittances have grown significantly over the past few decades and made a more stable, consistent for foreign inflows than foreign direct investments or official development assistance, according to RATA to 2017. Available data from World Bank data in 2022 says that available data make it that these monetary inflows are essential from an economic perspective. These inflows can moderate consumption, find poverty, and facilitate investment that can lead to formation of human and physical capital, according to Mateo and Doris in 2014. I'm sorry, I'm a little. The methodology and the data that we have used is a research article that has descriptive, explanatory, and analytical character. Secondary data were used in the creation of this article. The secondary data is the review of a wide and contemporary literature. Our paper includes the World Bank data from the years 2000-2020 for 5 countries, the Western Balkan. And we analyze a significant number of economic questions that we'll see the cross-sectional or time series data alone. We'll see the combination, the time series with cross-sectional observations. It provides more information, more variation, the degrees of freedom, creating a heterogeneity and diversity of the subject under. We have used our software to make all the analysis. So, in the countries of Western Balkan, remittances, as I said, represent an important source of external financing, according to World Bank data of 2022. This proportion equates to an immigration rate of 21% 2020 for a population of 17.6 million. an immigration rate of 28% that is in Albania, that is the country with the highest rate, that is followed by Kosovo with 22%, Bosnia and Herzegovina with 20%, and North Macedonia with 18%. Serbia and Montenegro have lower, but still significant rates of 10 and 9% respectively, according to the data of OECD in 2022. Sorry, come back. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. So, in 2020, the countries under study received over 8.3 billion in remittances, with the proportion of each country representing ranging from 20.6% in Montenegro, 3.4% in North Macedonia, and the staggering regional economic support of diaspora remittances reflecting the figures that we have here about they are still more higher than foreign direct investment flows that are approximately $5.5 billion in 2020. According to the graphs that we have on the right, the GDP growth for those countries from years 2000 till 2020 and remittances, the ratio to remittances to GDP, says that from the first chart we see that it's clear that the countries of Western Balkans are part of the continental economy of Europe, and we see that the negative inflection created by the crisis of 11 September 2001 was observed in all these countries except for Albania and Serbia, which were in the phase of economic recovery. The global financial and economic crisis also hit the region 1 year later than USA, that except to say for Albania, that was halving of the rate of economic growth that year. The graph also tells the impact in the economy of the global COVID-19 pandemic, so 2019 and 2020, according to the pandemic, is a very low level of GDP growth for all those 5 countries. So the graph tells the impact the countries has developed the tourism as sectors as Montenegro. We see in the retention of minus 15.3% due to the blockage of the passenger transport sector, and the data for Serbia and Montenegro remittances to the second chart says that from 2007, since in 2005 both countries were united and were separated by referendum, except for North Macedonia, which has a stable rates of 3% to GDP. The other 4 countries in the region from 2011 and on had a convergence of 10% rate of remittances to GDP, according to the second chart. So the most stable is North Macedonia, and the others has a 10% rate of remittances. So analyzing with our software the heterogeneity by countries, we see the Montenegro has the lowest average and the highest volatility regarding economic growth. So it's more changeable according to these places. Regarding the remittances, a percentage of GDP, it can be seen that North Macedonia has the lower average among the other countries of the region, while Bosnia and Herzegovina has the highest values. So regarding economic growth, that is the first chart, we see the biggest fluctuation in the years 2001, 2009 and 2020, which the last one is related to the COVID-19 pandemic. While remittances as a percentage of GDP has the greatest fluctuation in the years 2000 till 2006. After that seems a stability in the values and the region in general. Now the model that we have used here is the ordinal least squares model, that is the graph, the B1 plus B2 remittances plus UIT, where we have the values for I is for 5 countries, 1 to 5, and T is for the time from 2000 and 2001. Growth is economic growth, remittances as a percentage of GDP. B1 is a model intercept, B2 is the slope of the model, U are the residual model and that have a normal distribution with a mean 0 and delta to the power of 2 as a during the presentation. During the construction of the model, we used for hypothesis testing the f-statistic, the p-value of the Fisher test, which is a significance level of f-value, is used to determine the simulation effect of the predicate variable. The response is statistically significant or not. If the p-values we know that is less than the critical limit, that is 0.5, the null hypothesis is accepted, which indicates that the influence of the predictor variable on the R-squared variable was statistically significant. Conversely, the p-value is greater than the critical value, the null hypothesis is accepted that the influence on the response variable is not statistically significant. Now, based on the p-values, the student statistics can be seen the impact to the years 2000, 2004 till 2008, 2018, and 2020. It's clear the negative effect of the pandemic has had on the economic of those countries, and other years we have significant influence with positive effects in those. Okay, a conclusion about this paper is the remittances dominate the influence of those countries, and because they are located in strategic point, due to their location natural resources, the current economic policy has brought financial instability. The trend of remittances is increasing every year. The modeling shows that the model with fixed effects are suitable for this case. The impact of remittances is positive on GDP in the countries of the region. The reference that used, and thank you for your attention. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was a little nervous.